Alrighty. So, my therapist has demanded that I sign up for Tinder. And before anybody says, "Oh my God, what's up with this guy?" He's new. He just got certified, and which that means that he has the most up-to-date education, which I actually pay attention to. What you doing, cat? Anyway, I don't know where the other one went. He came out with me. Oh, they're all in the bushes. All right, whatever. Anyway, so he's seeing the problem as an avoidant person is that I don't have any relationships and no friendships really, and all I do is take care of my son and his schooling and his therapy and his doctors and try to get him ready for college, and my father, and at the hospital taking care of making sure that, because he doesn't speak up because he really can't communicate, that his physical needs, God, he can't order his own food. He's not capable of it, and they keep forgetting to order food for him. Anyway, and trying to get his finances, and his apartment has to get totally settled. It's not done yet. We haven't turned the keys in yet. Ugh. And finding a place for him and everything. I mean, and then my mother, her estate, which should be cut and dry because it's a small estate, but it's not. It's a pain in the ass. That's all I do. That's it. Is take care of people. So my therapist thinks that I should have more people in my life. Two of them. And I thought this was hilarious. So, who did I tell? I told one person who knows about the avoidance, who immediately said, "Oh, hell no." I told one person who I've known for, all my life, 40 odd years, who was like, "Oh yes, definitely. About time." I told somebody else who just ignored it. No response whatsoever. And that's my exact data points about me in doing this. Now, apparently, a lot of people have signed up for dating sites. I don't have time. Okay, let's say I wasn't avoidant. I wouldn't have time. At all. And it's kind of a major double-edged sword with this. There's no out. I mean, to begin with, Tinder is entirely based on your picture, and does somebody think that you look good or not? I don't know what the hell my therapist was thinking as far as that goes. I don't think that people really, I mean, he thinks I'm kind of joking maybe, or I'm being coy about exactly how much I'm loathing myself at the moment. It's cyclic, and it gets worse and it gets better, and this is one of the worst I've ever had, where you know, people must see me as absolutely repulsive. They have to, and if they don't, there's something seriously wrong with them. So that's just, then, and that's because I find myself so unbelievably repulsive. It's a really bad point in that cycle. So I make these videos and I don't even show my face anymore. And I know for sure that nobody around here is ever going to see these and is ever going to recognize me. And so what do I care? There's like 1 billion to 1 shot. Actually, closer to 7 billion to 1 shot that I would see anybody anywhere that saw the videos and then saw me. So it's like, give me a break. And I am massively affected by trolls, but that's beside the point. And my definition of troll is pretty tight. Because, when you're an avoidant person, getting, what are they doing? They all have spring fever. Anyway, too much attention is trolling when you're avoiding. You guys know this. I don't need to say that. So even if it's positive, it turns bad. So I don't have any pictures. I don't have anything to put on there. But this is and this is pretty sneaky. I think I'm going to burn this therapist out, because he's going to figure out really quickly that I'm officially doing his homework, like to the letter of the law, but not to the spirit. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know what he thinks anybody is capable of. I definitely don't think he realizes what I'm capable of and not capable of. So I did sign up for Tinder, and it was a very nerve-wracking experience. You have to attach it to your regular Facebook account, your actual Facebook account, and I'm like, what the hell? But the reason for it made perfect sense, which is, if they know who's in your Facebook, then they will never put that person as a match to you. So you won't get a relative showing up as a match. What was that movie? Must Love Dogs, I think. Or something like that. Where the girl is trying online dating and she gets matched and goes on a date with her own father. They're avoiding that. Sounds good. So anybody that's in my Facebook will never show up in this. And I was just like, okay, fine, sign up, put it away. Don't worry about it. Deal with the rest later. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I didn't think it was be active without you making an account or, putting information in the account. But I got a super like, which is one that, these are the people who pay for Tinder, and they put them to the top of the list or something like that, like within a half an hour, and it freaked me the hell out. I'm like, what is on there? What did they pull from Facebook? Oh my god. So it took me hours and hours and hours to get up the gumption to look at this thing again and look at my profile, and there's nothing at all. No pictures, no description. It is my first name and my age, and that is it. That is it. So whoever this was like super creepy. Where'd the cats go? Oh, there's one right there. I can't see him because it's so dark. It's just a super creep that would go after anybody. It's just vile. Absolutely vile. That's so off-putting. I think it's worse for guys because it's unlikely that you would get super overzealous women like that. So, and then, my therapist, his argument for doing it was, it'll be fun, you just see what's available out there. I don't think he's ever done it either. What you're doing, it feels like it's raining. What you're doing is instantly rejecting people over and over and over again, based on, there's a ghost. You see what I mean? It wasn't, anyway. Do you hear that? It's getting bold. Whatever it is. And no, I've never seen anything. And yes, I actually expect it's going to turn out to be like a raccoon or something. But anyway. That's the knocking. Did you hear that? Sounds like it. See, that's the creaking. That sounds like a rope swinging. I don't know where my cat went. Knocking. Hear it? Weird. Anyway, so what you do is you just instantly reject. That's all you do. Which means that I'm also being rejected. Now, there's nothing in there right now. So obviously, if somehow it matched and I didn't have a picture for them to judge and I didn't have a profile for them to look at and see what I think of myself, obviously, they're not rejecting me, they're just rejecting the fuck of it. I don't know why I would be ever matched with anybody with a completely empty profile, but whatever. I guess that just happens. But then on the other hand, I'm also doing the rejecting, which doesn't feel good at all. At all. I don't understand selfish people. I'm not selfish like that. I can't say, well, this is what I want. Actually, I've had people, a lot of people, like, excluding my family, of course, 80 to 90% or more people that I've ever talked to have been like, you need to tell me now what you want. You need to have an opinion that is entirely about me. And it's not like, I have an opinion, oh, I think you'd like this restaurant, so let's go to that one because I think that's something you would like. Something like that. It's not, I think you'd like this. I mean, whatever it is. It's not in my head, let me try to figure out what's best for you, but to actually say what I want. That is not easy for me to even do, like, totally on my own. But with anybody else and sort of order them around, I don't think so. That doesn't happen. Of course, my son would totally disagree. Because I order him all around all the time. It's time to go to bed. It's time to make sure your room is cleaned up, etc. I order him around all the time. It's for his best. Again, it's the same thing. It's for in his best interest. I once in a blue moon we'll say something like, will you get me a cup of water or something like that. And that's entirely from me. But I mean, we're talking maybe once a month that I would do something even like that. So, to go to a website. Yes, cat. What? What? Do you hear him squeaking at me? Anyway, to go to a website where it's entirely what I would want is just repulsive to me. So, luckily they don't give you statistics like, 67 people have looked at you and rejected you today. But you do know, they will tell you if somebody didn't reject you. Or actually, they don't say it. Well, I got the super like thing, but other than that, it's only if they say yes and you say yes, then you can talk to each other. I guess. I don't know. Because I have not done it. And I can't imagine doing that. It would be so wrong to me to reject somebody, even if they didn't know that they were being rejected. I mean, they could because if they somehow didn't reject an empty thing, which apparently there are people that are just like, take all comers. There are people that like to date. Then go hang out with anybody. I don't get it. Anyway, I really don't get it, but anyway, if they don't get the permission to talk thing, then they know they've been rejected. What? That's awful. That's awful to do something like that to somebody. I mean, that is what internet dating is looking at people as superficially as possible and then maybe getting to know